Hi, Facebook. Hey, y'all. Hey. Just scoot this over a little bit here. Gonna try my best to see you guys everywhere. Have all these channels on. Come on in. All right. Also, come on in. Welcome. Here we go. Here. Hi, y'all. So, welcome. My name is Tara. I'm one of the co founders of Peculiar Roots, where we make amazing build free products for your locks. And super excited about tonight. What we normally do is, as you're coming in, definitely say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. We are currently live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And tonight, for the first time in a long time, we're live on Clubhouse as well. So whichever platform works for you, join us there. Let's see who's in the house. Hey, Natalie. Hey, Roxanne. So if you want to see me visually, we're on all the other platforms. On Clubhouse, we have Joella. Hope I'm saying that right. And La. So welcome. So we're going to go ahead and kick it in. What is your favorite products for color and extremely dry hair? This is a perfect time for you to ask those questions. And I'm actually going to be covering that. So tonight's topic is 5 tips or 5 steps to retain moisture for your locks. A lot of the times we have like a difficult time, one, just moisturizing our hair, not having the right regimen, just a lot of factors that happen. And so we're going to go through 5 quick tips. And then what I want to do is really kind of dig into why you may be struggling with those things. And it's not a bad thing if you're here and you're like, I didn't know any of this stuff, or, like each topic or whatever I'm going to cover, it's not set in stone. Right. And so if you're new to Locked and Loaded Live, we really kind of just dive in and I give as much advice as possible, but nothing is set in stone. It's really just a foundation and a core for you guys to kind of just test what's going to work for you. Because as we know, and we can test this real quick, but let me know what kind of locks you have, for example. Do you have traditional locks? Do you have sister locks? Do you have micro locks? Do you have wicks? Like there's so many versions of and forms of locks that we have. And we also have different hair types, right? So that all plays a role into how your hair is going to retain moisture. So everyone is different for sure. And on Clubhouse, if you guys have questions or you want to say hello, there is a chat feature that you can use. So feel free to use that chat feature. As we're going, if you have any questions. YouTube, Instagram, you guys could, where to drop your questions. And if I miss your question, just copy it so you can retype it, because I have as you guys see, I'm like this because I have so much going on. But I want to make sure I answer everyone's question tonight. So a lot of people have traditional locks. Great. Traditional locks. I'm seeing a lot of you guys with traditional locks, micro locks. Love that. And my hair grows away from my locks. So Roxanne, that's actually normal. And we can talk about that for sure later. All right. So number one of the biggest reasons why your hair is not retaining moisture is because it is not clean. It is not clean. So you definitely want to implement a regimen where you are going to clean your locks. You're going to wash your locks. And for, again, all of us, that looks different and it really goes to your lifestyle. So say you work out constantly, right? Like every week you're working out. I wouldn't recommend you washing your hair once a month, because as you're working out, you're sweating, you're releasing a lot of toxic, sweat from your body and all that stuff. And a lot of it is going to sometimes get trapped in your locks, in your hair, on your scalp. So you definitely want to increase your routine. Say if you're working out, say you're a farmer, right? You're not good. I also don't expect you to wash your hair just once a month or once a year. No. We want to increase our wash days, right? So cleansing your locks is going to be a huge factor in how your locks retain moisture. And also the deciding factor will also be the types of products you're using. So your shampoos, a lot of us are just sticking to, say, a clarifying shampoo, and that's all great. But if you have, say, color treated locks, you may want to add a moisturizing shampoo to your regimen, right? Because you don't want to strip your hair too much, and the color and how you color your hair plays a big role. So definitely, if you have color treated hair, we highly recommend using a moisturizing shampoo. And we do have a lot of moisturizing shampoo on our website. My favorite is our rose shampoo. This is amazing. Literally will change your life. If you've never tried our rose moisturizing shampoo, can we take a second and just can we take a second and pause and talk about our rose shampoo? Can we do that? Can we take a check? Can we let me know in the comment section? Can we take a second to talk about our rose shampoo? If you tried our rose shampoo, let me see you put a 1 in the comment section. If you tried our rose shampoo, put up a 1 in the comment section, or just say bae. Rose bae. Because if you've not tried this as a moisturizing shampoo, you have definitely missed out. You've definitely missed out. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Donnelly. Hey, Sylvia. Aisha says she tried it. Donnelly's tried it. This, and let me know how, from a 1 to 10, like, this is amazing. This will change your life. But back to the scheduled program, Rose Bay, right? And it actually smells like roses. Yes, if you haven't, we're gonna dedicate maybe 5 minutes later to talk about the rose shampoo, but it's absolutely a game changer for sure. So if you are looking to clean your hair, but you also want to retain moisture, that shampoo is so amazing. Like, I often don't follow up with a conditioner, which we're also going to talk about. Should you or should you not use conditioner? Because that's a big thing in the lock community. So I'm going to definitely touch on that. So actually part B of of 1, which is like cleaning your locks, is also like, let's talk about conditioner for a while, right? So adding conditioner, we recommend conditioner to be added to your mature locks. Mature locks. Can I see you guys type the word mature in the comment section to make sure y'all with me? Mature locks. So a lot of the times, again, you're just starting your journey and you're hearing a lot of people saying, well, you shouldn't use conditioner in your locks. Conditioner is a big no-no. Conditioner is recommended for mature locks. Well, Tara, what do you mean mature locks? Mature locks just simply means your hair is already locked already, right? When we say not to use conditioner for starter locks, there is a reason behind that. You don't want to just start your retwist. Say you're starting with like coil twist or 2 strand twist. Then you add conditioner. It's going to help to like unravel your hair. Your hair is not mature enough, so it's going to like leave a lot of frizz and all that stuff that you don't necessarily want with your starter locks. So that's why you'll hear a lot of people opposed to conditioner in the beginning, right? But once your locks are mature, you can certainly add conditioner to your regimen. And if you think about it, a lot of us have a hard time when we start our lock journey and it's really dry because you've been conditioned for maybe your entire life using shampoo, then conditioner. And then once you start your lock journey, it's like cutting that out completely. It's like it shifts the balance and your hair is not used to that. So your hair is trying to figure out what the heck you're trying to do to it. So that's why a lot of the times you'll find that your hair is super like dry in the beginning because your hair is still like trying to figure out what you're trying to do and how is it going to retain moisture over time. So definitely can use a conditioner, but on your mature locks, not when you're just starting out. And a lot of people do use it when they're just starting out. I would just say, just be mindful. And if you are, just either have a professional do it. If you feel like you absolutely need to add conditioner, just have a professional do it, or just have someone kind of help you as you're doing it. Or if you're like 8 months in, your hair's already started to lock and you're like, I absolutely need to add some conditioner, I recommend our 2-in-1 conditioner and shampoo. So like our 2-in-1 products, of course I didn't bring one here, but our 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner just has a mild amount of conditioner, just enough. And it's perfect. So I absolutely love that. And I recommend that for those who are maybe like a little bit further down, say 8-9 months in, and you're feeling like you absolutely want to add that to your regimen. Number 2, applying water-based moisturizer often to your regimen, right? So when we talk about retaining moisture, the biggest misconception with just taking care of our hair overall is we feel like adding oil is going to moisturize our hair, and that's not the case. Oil is going to seal in the moisture, but you actually want to add moisture to your hair. And you can do like scientific experiment at home. Just put some oil on something and see what's going to happen, right? You do need to add that water before, and then you can lock it in, lock it up with some oil. But you want to be careful of what type of moisturizer you're adding. Again, we had like a whole discussion about leave-in conditioner versus, for example, our refresher spray. Which one should you go with? Or should you go with plain old water? Highly recommend plain old water. Hey, highly recommend plain old water. But for most of us, water just doesn't cut it alone, right? So we're not opposed to saying use plain old water. Absolutely. That's like, listen, use plain old water. But for some of us, especially when you have color treated hair, you may find that just simply adding water to your hair is just not cutting it. And you need to add some protein. You need to add some other, things that say like what we package in our refresher spray, for example. So when you look at even our refresher spray, when you look at the ingredients, the base of it is rose water, right? When you look at our aloe refresher spray, base of it is aloe vera juice. So it does contain that water base, right? So you want to look for items like that, or again, go straight water. But if you're finding that water is just not cutting it, you may want to look into a solution like we offer. But you want to be careful because a lot of the times we go to just like a beauty store, we're like, hey, let's pick up some leave-in conditioner that I used to use when I had loose natural. It is not the same. It is not the same. You don't want something too creamy. You don't want something that's going to leave residue in your hair over time. So you definitely want to be mindful of what you are putting in as a leave-in conditioner, because what you use for a leave-in conditioner with your loose natural is going to work absolutely different than what you do use for your locks. And you do want to be mindful of that, because a lot of the times we're like, I'm just going to use what I was using before because it worked, but now you have locks, sweetheart. So you do want to be mindful. Aloe vera spritzer is my favorite. Yes, the aloe vera is bae, hands down. It's amazing. I've been using it all week since I have this like protective style. I've been using it all week, and it's amazing. It just soothes your scalp. It's not too much. The scent is like really subtle and mature and sexy. So if you haven't tried our aloe vera refresher spray, definitely check it out. Number 3, then once you add your water-based product to add moisture, because that's how you're going to add moisture, now you need to seal that moisture in. You need to make sure that moisture ain't going nowhere. So that's when you add your oils. A lot of the times we do it reverse, and that's incorrect. So you want to make sure it's water, then oil. With your oils, though, you do want to make sure as well that you are using lightweight oils, right? You don't want it to be too thick, right? Because then it's also no good. Shea butter is no bueno for locks, right? Well, there's different forms in which shea butter comes, right? So if you're looking at like, say, that shea butter that may come in a jar and it's like it's like hard butter, I would kind of stay away from that. But if you whip it to a point maybe where it's like a little bit not so dense, then it may be okay. But for me personally, I just stay away from it altogether, because to me it's a little bit too thick. But there's ways that you can put it in products and it's okay. But I would just like be mindful of any butter. Stay away from like really thick butters and creams in your locks. Whatever you did for your loose natural is just not going to be the same. So you just want to be mindful of that. Great. I'm glad this is good to know. So lightweight oils, right? You want to use super lightweight oils. So again, I'm going to show you guys real quick what I mean by that. If you look at our oils, for example, this is our conditioning oil, right? When you first use it, and a lot of the times you guys try it and you are shocked, you're like, what's going on? Did I wash my hair out correctly? But we really wanted it to like put some science behind it, right? We didn't want it to just be thick oil that's laying on your scalp. And it's just like, yes, it's going to seal, but then it's really not allowing your scalp to like breathe, right? So for example, when you put this on, you just use a little bit. It slightly foams a little bit, and then it kind of just melts into your hair. And that's like really great for locks because then it gets to spread evenly, right? It gets to spread evenly. Say I want to just put some on my hands like that, and I just want to rub it in to kind of, seal that moisture in just like that. It's also easy to apply, right? It's also easy to apply. I don't have to worry about like it being too greasy, clogging up my pores or anything. It's just perfect. So you want to use a lightweight oil, and you can see, I'm going to show you, rub that all. See, like you don't see my hands being super greasy. So that's also a reflection of like how super lightweight this is, but it also gets the job done. So number 4, this is one, this is one that you guys don't do because either we're lazy, we're just too busy, or we just simply forget. And I get it. I get it. So what you want to do is protect your locks, especially at night. What do you mean by that, Tara? You want to protect your locks at night. Put on a head wrap, put on a bonnet, sleep. If a lot of us are like, well, I have hot flashes, your girl can't do that. I'm not about that life. I have to rip off my bonnet at night because I get so hot. Then get a satin pillowcase. Get a satin pillowcase. Yes, this live will be saved. All of our lives are saved for our Locked and Loaded lives. So you can find them on YouTube, all platforms, they will be saved. So if you can't stay for the entire thing, absolutely will be saved. But yes, you do want to cover your head at night. So make sure you're covering your head at night and you're using the right thing to cover your head. Because a lot of the times we just maybe throw on like a cotton material. Cotton, I always like recommend against it unless it's satin laid, right? So like our bonnets is cotton on the outside, but in the inside is satin lined material. So thank you. So you definitely want to make sure that whatever you're using, it is, I highly recommend satin. Just invest in satin materials for your locks. Why? If you take a satin, well, I don't have everything near me today, but if you take your satin, say your satin scarf and look at it, you really can't really see the fibers, right? And so that's great for our locks because we don't have to worry about anything getting embedded in our locks. When I have on this shirt, t-shirt for this sweater, for example, it's cotton. And a lot of times when we wear like sweaters like this, whatever cotton is on it gets embedded in our locks. So that's why it's super important to just like wrap it up at night, wrap it up at night, protect your crown at night. It's super, super important. And you're going to thank me for it because when you get up, you also look bomb. You look like a brandy person when you get up, right? And again, if you can't do the satin head wraps, just get a satin pillowcase. To me, it works the same. A lot of the times, especially parents with kids with locks, you're like, hey, my kid does not keep on a head wrap. What can I do? Get a satin pillowcase. Get a satin pillowcase. Yes, save your question for me, Eden. I'm going to come back to your question. I just want to get through these 5 points. The last point that I'm going to say for retaining moisture is drink lots of water. And this honestly should be number 1. Drink lots of water. A lot of the time we depend on topical products. Yeah, we sell amazing hair care products, but it also really depends on what you're doing inside. Like, how are you taking care of inside? So drink the recommended amount of water that you should be drinking. A lot of us will say, I hate water. Like, it doesn't have a taste. I can't do it. Y'all are crazy for thinking like water should be the thing. But in that case, there's so many things that you could do these days. You can mix it with like a flavor. Say you want to put like a strawberry flavor. One of my favorite things to do is really just putting fresh fruits inside my water. So it's not like all the way boring. And it's like, you kind of just add some character to your water. So put some flavor in your water if you must. But you want to make sure you're drinking the right amount of water and not just pure soda and juice all day. That really reflects because we know we can see whatever we're taking in on our face, on our hair. So all those things are aligned, right? So those are the 5 things that you should do to retain moisture. Now, I'm going to talk about 5 reasons your hair does not retain moisture. So this is like a bonus, but what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to pause for a second. I know that was a lot. And I'm going to ask you guys if you have any questions, and I'm going to just take some time to go through the questions that I may have missed. to make sure that I'm addressing everyone. So again, if you're just joining, feel free to introduce yourself in the comment section and mingle with everyone. I see Instagram is going crazy. So thank you for showing up on Instagram and Facebook and interacting with me as I'm doing this. Let's see if I missed any questions. Yes, water definitely hydrates your hair. 7 years locked. I love that. Love it. So you could drop your questions now. I think I answered that one about the shea butter. Yes, this live will be saved. Love your frames. Thank you. I love my bonnet. My hair dries will grab all the lint. So I'm bonnet staple. Yes, listen, bonnet for, yes. Advice for beach and being in the pool 3 times a week. That's a great question. Make sure, obviously, you get a protected swim cap. And I know with Locs that can be challenging, but I do think there's like a lot of brands out here that carry specific swim caps for people with Locs. So definitely invest in a few to make sure you're not getting any chlorine in your locks. And once your hair is protected, that's fine. If you're like, hey, I don't do no swim cap, I just want to go in. If you're doing a pool, then you want to make sure that you are rinsing your hair after each swim because you know that chlorine is getting your hair and you don't want that to stay there. So make sure you use a clarifying shampoo to get that chlorine out of your hair and properly dry, especially if you're doing it 3 times a week. You want to make sure in between you're properly drying your hair because you don't want it to like stay wet and then your hair may start molding over time because you're not drying it properly. So that's my tip for if you're like having to be in the pool constantly. Let's see. I'm almost a year on Saturday, but I don't think I'm in the mature stage. Do you think your hair is fully locked? And then that's the thing with starter locks too. Your starter locks can stop at 6 months, or they can go all the way. Hi, Eden. Or they can go all the way to like a year. Some people go to 2. It depends on your locked, your hair type. That's what's going to really determine how fast your hair locks. I'm only 2 years. Does that count? Can we get a different scent in a moisturizing shampoo, or would a 2-in-1 work? The 2 for like a moisturizing shampoo, our options are all our 2-in-1 shampoos. We consider those our moisturizing shampoo. Our rose shampoo is also great. Our Castle shampoo, I do consider a moisturizing shampoo because it's a really good blend of both clarifying and moisturizing. So those options are great for moisturizing shampoo. Caribbean vibes all day. How do you know if your locks are mature? I've been using the brush and I may be using it too early in the process. So mature just means your hair is locked. So if you look at your locks and they visibly look locked to you, then we consider that mature. However, during the starter lock phase, a lot of the times, many of us can relate to this, but some parts of your hair will lock faster. So some of us, maybe the back part of your hair is locking faster than the front part and vice versa. And it's just like a pattern all over. I will say for brushing your locks, you can definitely brush starter locks. Again, you just want to be mindful how you're brushing it. So with starter locks, you're not doing a traditional brush like you would do your loose natural, right? You're taking your time and you're brushing it, and you're like literally. I love inspecting each lock. So I'm looking at each lock and I'm brushing it to see what I need to get out. So that's how I brush my locks, and I don't even have I have mature locks. But that's how I brush my locks. That's how I brush my kids' locks. Like I'm looking at them individually and I'm brushing them. So Nicole, you are fine to brush your locks. Just be mindful how you're doing it, right? See some questions coming in over here. Do we precondition our locks before being in the pool? You don't have to. You don't have to stick to whatever regimen you created in terms of your routine for how you're adding moisture to your hair, but you don't necessarily have to precondition it. But if you do precondition it and you see that's what's working for you, then by all means, like, don't change what's working for you. Let's see. So I think that's exactly what I've been doing. Thank you so much for clarifying. You are very welcome. Okay, so I'm going to move forward. If you guys don't have any like other follow-up questions, and if you do, I will definitely come back to them. So 5 reasons your hair does not retain moisture. So I want to tell you what not to do, because a lot of us get used to and accustomed to certain bad habits. And I want to make sure that we're breaking those bad habits. Again, if you're new to Locked and Loaded Live, our goal really is to just educate you on how to take care of your own locks and be informed. So even if you do have someone doing your locks, you're able to know exactly what's going on, and you're not like waiting until something happens to try to figure out like, why is this happening to my locks? Like, we want you to have a healthy lock journey, and that is super possible with a good regimen. A lot of the times when we hear regimen as well, we get overwhelmed, and you're like, I did not get locks to start no 9 steps, 20 steps. Like, these rules, Tara, they're too much. That's not what we mean, what we're talking about when we say regimen. Regimen can be simple. It could just be like, hey, I'm moisturizing my hair daily. I'm washing my hair every 2 weeks. I'm washing my hair every week. I'm doing a deep conditioner like every month. Like, it's that simple. It's not to overwhelm you, but you do need to be consistent with how you are checking your locks and taking care of it, right? Because over time, if you don't, a lot of people are like, I don't do nothing to my locks. And then, 5 years later, your locks is breaking off, and you're like, how did this happen? Because you ain't do nothing. You ain't do nothing. So 5 reasons. One of the top one is product buildup. Product buildup. So if you go back to my 5 steps that I gave you, like the consistency in how you wash your hair, the type of products you use. So again, a lot of us are using those thick products, and you're expecting the same results that you got with your loose natural on your locks. So you want to be mindful of products. There is a lot of products or brands out there, and they're saying they're making products for locks, but they're so thick. There's no research going behind it. There's no formulation input that's going behind it. With our products, we really cater to locks. They're super, 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 super lightweight. And it's like, even when you're using some of our products, you're like, I don't think I'm doing enough. I don't think I'm doing enough. But then when you finish, you're like, oh, my hair feels lighter. That wash felt like that's the best wash of my life, because we're creating them specifically for locks, right? So for example, if you use our clarifying ACV shampoo, you just need a little bit. But I promise when you use it and you're done, you're like, oh, I can feel that my hair is clean. I can feel the difference. I could feel the difference when I use a black charcoal conditioner, because I could feel like it's like literally pulling all those buildup debris and whatever off my hair. And I could feel that my locks is lightweight. Right. So you want to be mindful of the products you're using, that they're not super thick, and you're not overdoing it. And that takes practice. So Nicole just says, I've been overdoing the oils, I think. So listen, again, it takes practice, right? Because a lot of us are heavy-handed. A lot of us are heavy-handed. And if you've been doing something for the last 20 years, it takes time to kind of undo some of those practices. So what I mean by that, if you're using a bottle of oil, like, you shouldn't be using half a bottle of oil in one setting, right? You shouldn't be doing that. And that's why we, like, a lot of the stuff, the bad habits I try to break by creating products like kind of help you. So like when you look at it, like our oil spray, you just need a few pumps. Like, you just need a few pumps, done. That's it. Right? Don't use unless you spraying 20 times, like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Same thing with our conditioning oil, just a little bit. Like, I promise you, just a little bit. I remember one time I was like, guys, how often are you spraying your locks? When you use our refresher spray, how many pumps you do? And I'm like, it should be like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a lot of you guys are like, no, I do like 20 because it smells so good. So balance and learning and unlearning is definitely practice, and we're not going to get there overnight, but you do need to be mindful that you're not putting a lot of products in your hair. Lucky thing for you, our products are lightweight. So even if you overdo it, like it's not going to be like a huge problem. But I do want you guys to get in the habit of like just using a little bit and really seeing what your hair actually needs versus what you think it needs, right? Does that make sense? That's a great question. I'm going to come back to that. And the question is, how often should you get your locks trimmed? I use the growth oil every day. My hair is squeaky clean. Love that a little goes a long way. I absolutely agree. And as for the refresher, if it ain't if it ain't wet, it's not set. I am finished with you guys. See, this is why some of y'all get blocked on Locked Loaded Live because y'all giving out bad advice. But yeah, like just a little bit of product goes a long way. Next thing we want to do test is using the wrong product. So that kind of ties into the product buildup. Do your research. Like oils and butters don't moisturize. So again, ask those questions. Like if you're just starting your lock journey, it's absolutely okay to ask questions. If you're not sure about something, ask questions. Like we have this platform for a reason. If you're not comfortable here on Locked and Loaded Live to ask a question in the chats, DM us, email us your questions. Someone did that this week. They were about to start their micro locks and they emailed us to ask us what products we recommend because they weren't sure. Like those are the things that you should take as steps that you should take because at the end of the day, it's your hair. It's your hair. So do not feel embarrassed. Like we're not like, yeah, I've been locked for like 12 years, but it took time to kind of like see what works for my hair, gather this information, study, and figure out like, okay, how can I give this information to everyone? But it's not like set in stone, but like we can all take points from there and learn from there, right? So you want to definitely just be mindful of, and also be mindful of the information you're hearing. I'm going to just take a pause on that one. Be mindful of the information that is being taught out there because a lot of it is inaccurate. And you have to, at the end of the day, see what works for you. So do your own research. Hi, Cheka. Do your own research and see what works for you in the end. So again, I'm just here to give you guys feedback and then you guys like figure out what's going to work for your specific needs. If you're using oil or shea butter on dry hair, your hair may become stiff and inflexible. So a lot of the times you guys are like, my locks are so stiff. Like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know what's going on. Is this normal? Is my locks supposed to be stiff? No, period. No, your locks is not supposed to be stiff. It should be soft. Your locks should be like a nice little pillowcase. It should be nice and soft. Your locks should not be stiff. Even like, look at this protective style I have now. And my locks aren't stiff. Like, I have like, what do you call lock knots? And my locks still aren't stiff. Like, you're not like, no, your locks should not be stiff. Like, so that's not normal. And that's a sign that you're either putting too much product. So just be mindful of how the amount of products you guys are putting. I know, again, practice makes perfect. Mist your hair again with water and, just do it in what's going to work for you. So some of us may be able to moisturize our hair once a day. Some of us may have to do it twice every other day. Some of us may do it every day, like 7 days a week. We got to do it. And some of us could just do twice a week, right? But you're going to have to figure out what works for you. When you have color treated locks, I highly recommend you're at least moisturizing your hair with a refresher spray, water, whatever you choose, once a day at minimum, like once a day. At minimum. Can't stress that enough. There's nothing wrong with coloring your locks. It's just what you're doing after you color it. That's the problem, right? You can color your locks all you want. A lot of y'all just can't stay away from the color, and I get it. But you do have to do the work of making sure you're adding moisture to your color treated lock. Don't just color it red and tomorrow you're crying blue. Like yeah, see, Donnelly said that's why I have a refresher spray alarm. So she and I've spoke about this before. What I did in the beginning was I would set my phone an alarm on when it was time to moisturize my locks. So if it was like, okay, every day at 12 o'clock, there was an alarm set, right? So you can absolutely do that. Like, don't be ashamed to put it on your phone. Like, okay, lunchtime, I'm going to spray my hair. Going to bed, I'm going to spray my hair. Like, make it a part of your routine and not make it so tedious where you feel like it's a chore. Like, taking care of your locks should be a luxury. Taking care of your locks should be a luxury. I'm going to say that again. Taking care of your locks should be a luxury. It shouldn't be pain in the butt. Like, it shouldn't be a headache. I don't know about y'all, but I love wash day. I don't like twisting it. That's a whole nother story. But I love washing it. I just feel like a brand new person. Who can relate? Who loves washing their hair? Like, I just love washing my hair. Don't ask me about the retwisting part, but I love washing it. Because you just feel like a brand new person, and you're just like, you just want to swing your hair in everybody's face because they need to smell how good it, like, right? It's just like, it's a whole vibe. So definitely just put in those routine. I'm going to take a quick minute to answer some of these questions that's covered it like crazy. So in your lock journey, how often should you get a trim? Maybe once a year. Once a year tops, every 2 years. It really depends on how your locks are, and how you feel like if there's really a need for it. Some of us really like our curly ends, and so we are like, we're not cutting it. We want this, like, it's like it adds character to your locks. But once a year is fine. And that was for Roxanne. And hey, girl. Thank you. My locks are stiff in the areas where they are buttoned. Is that normal? That is normal. And it's not necessarily. So yeah, that's normal because, for example, and if you guys don't know what button is, it kind of looks like something like this. So how my lock knot is. So say your hair is like, it's going to be straight here. And then the bud is going to like be a nice little clump like this, not so big, but it's going to look different from the rest of your locks. And that is when your hair really starts knotting together, and that's what it's doing. So that part may feel stiff because it is just a little bit bigger than the rest of your locks. So it may not be just stiff all the way. It's just like, because it's thicker than the rest of the lock itself, that's why it may feel that way. So that is a great question. And yes, that is normal, but I would still kind of just add some more moisture if you feel like over time it's just still like super stiff. But that's an excellent question. I read about locks having white spots, but yes, that is normal. So I've read about locks having white spots, but that be normal? So yeah, those are called like bulbs. We call them like bulbs. So after a while, you may see some white spots on your locks. That's just like bulb, and it's like your hair. It's a regular part of how your hair sheds and all that stuff. So some people dye it out. Some people just leave it alone, but it's completely normal, for sure. And you don't want to confuse that with residue and buildup. So you can know what a bulb looks like, hair bulbs, but don't confuse it with like you actually having like product buildup. So no, that's not mildew. What she's talking about is definitely not mildew. Okay, so then if you're seeing like white specks in your locks, and it's like, it is lint, like it's lint. Sometimes it's lint, like, and that comes again from you not wrapping your hair at night. That could just be lint, and then over time it really starts wrapping itself over your locks. That's why you want to start brushing that away like ASAP, because that's what it will form. And it tends to go like at the root of your locks. So you want to like definitely be inspecting your locks and brushing it, for those who have mature locks, as often as possible. But I think what Eden was talking was like hair bulbs. But then what you're talking about is just like over time, your hair just catching lint, and then it just starts kind of like evolving into your locks. My hair is heavy when washed. Totally normal. Totally normal. A lot of the time people are like, oh my gosh, your hair is so long, it must be super heavy. It's not, only when it's wet. It's not, only when it's wet, then it's very heavy. and literally I could just feel and it's just the water that's like, making it heavy. So that's why you just make sure you dry ASAP. But that's totally normal. It's just that added water to your hair, and your hair is like a sponge. So it's just going to suck up all that water until you rinse it out and completely dry your locks. So that is completely normal. Yeah, peppermint shampoo is definitely gives you that tingly feeling. I'm not a big fan of peppermint, but I know y'all like it. Yeah, lock trimming is it's really up to you if you want to do it. But it's not like a must thing, but it does, yeah. The benefits for trimming your locks is the same as when you have like loose natural. It just like you're cutting off dead ends, right? So a lot of well, your locks are pretty much dead hair. Like, yeah, your locks are pretty much dead hair matted together. But it really just kind of helps. It's to me, when you have locks and you're trimming it, yeah, you're cutting off the dead ends, but it's to me more so aesthetics, like how you want your locks to look, right? My micro locks have curly ends, completely normal. I love when my hair was like that at the bottom. I love that look too. Wait, what are you calling a white spot? I'm gonna post a picture. I'm gonna see if I can find like an internet picture and post it for you guys. I'm gonna post the difference. So somebody DM me the difference between the lint and the white bulb. Like, yeah, DM me so I can remember. I'm gonna get a picture online and I'll post it for you guys so you can see the difference. Sorry. All right. Sorry, Facebook. I didn't forget you guys. If you guys are on Clubhouse and you have a question, there is a chat button. So feel free to leave your question in the chat section if you're on Clubhouse, or you could just join us on the other channels. Let's see. I just got a retwist on May 6th, but my scalp is starting to itch, which is not normal for me, and I want to wash it, but I don't want to mess up my retwist. So what I find with like styling your locks is your hair will, like, if you don't say you do a fresh wash and you retwist your hair, but you don't style it, like your locks will be good. But once you style it, your hair, like my hair, like right now, my hair's been like itching a bit here and there because it's not used to being styled. So what I've been doing is my refresher spray. I've been using my aloe spray throughout, and that really helps me. But I feel like it's again that tension your hair is probably not used to. So it's just like, again, adding moisture. And then we're going into the summertime. So it's getting a little bit warmer, it's getting a little bit hotter. And so we tend to sweat more. And again, we may need to increase our wash days. So I know in the summertime, I have to wash like every week, like in the summertime, because it's hot and I'm like over it. So my wash days does increase in the summertime versus in the wintertime, I could go every 2 weeks. So just those are things to consider too. As the weather changes, you're definitely going to want to switch up your routine a bit. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to let you guys know, again, if you're joining for the first time, you're new to our brand, you don't know nothing about what we sell. We sell amazing build-up free products for your locks. And tonight, I actually have a deal for you guys. So tonight's Locked and Loaded special, and we haven't done this in quite a long time. We haven't done a giveaway or a special in quite a long time, but tonight you can save 15% off of anything that you purchase with the code Moisture15. So use the code Moisture15 to save 15% off of anything that you order tonight. That code, however, does expire at midnight tonight. So don't text us. Don't text us like it is, I'm in LA. You didn't tell me it was Eastern time. So it is Eastern time. It is Eastern time. So I'm going to type that up here so you guys can see it. But definitely take advantage of that code. It is 15 Moisture 15, and you will save 15% off your order until midnight. And I'm going to go through some of the products that you can, explore if you are new to us. Let me just put that there so you guys can have that code. Okay, that's pinned for you. Hey, Hey, Miss Jackie, how are you, girl? We missed you tonight. So use the code Moisture15. Anything that I spoke about tonight, you can use that code to save on. And I'm going to show you guys real quick. We have about 15 minutes, but I want to go through some of the other things that you should not be doing. You should not be doing. So another thing, a huge thing that you may be doing incorrectly and is causing your hair not to retain moisture is how you're applying products, right? How you're applying products. So we talk about using too much products, but what if you're just doing it wrong altogether? Like altogether, right? So for example, I'm going to like scoot away. Say I'm using my refresher spray, right? I want to make sure, because your locks it's a lot. It's a lot going on, right? I want to make sure I get as much as my locks as possible. So what you should be doing, and you could do both, but to be more effective, for example, if you're spraying right directly on your scalp, that is fine. That is fine. But to get the best of it, you want to definitely hold the spray away just a little bit like that. And you're going to spray. When you spray, it's going to get all of this locks here. Spray to the back is going to get a lot more here. And so hold the spray bottle away just like that. All right. And if you want to shake your head like that, you can. It's not required, but it's just fun. But you can shake your hair. No, I'm just kidding. But definitely hold the bottle away so you can get as much of your locks as possible. And then if you want to like bring it in, like, if you have an itch at a specific place, you can definitely like come all the way in. But you definitely want to make sure you are holding the bottle just a little bit away so you can get as much of your locks as possible. And that's both for our small bottles and our large bottles. So just be mindful of that. With the oil. So again, with the oil, I want to shake it up a little bit. You're going to take a little bit, right? I always say a little bit goes a long way. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So on Clubhouse, you guys could catch the replay on the other channels to see the actual like me doing this. But this is what a little bit looks like. Just a little bit. You guys see that? You guys see that? Let me know in the comment section if you definitely use more than what I just poured in my hand. Let me know in the comment section if you've been using way more than this, right? So for example, my hair is in a protective style, so I'm just going to pat it in. I'm just going to like squeeze it in there, just like that. If you don't have your hair in a protective style, you could just like do this and get it all in there. Marie said, nope, I am not. And that's okay. She says circular ... Oh gosh, it is okay, y'all. The hair gods will forgive you, but that's it, right? And get all of that off your hands and your hair. If you do want to put it directly on your scalp, you can as well. And you just, again, massage it in, but you want it like that. See, all of that is off my hands now, right? Hands ain't greasy, it's all in my hair. So, and then for those who have super heavy hand, you may want to try our oil spray. So you just, again, you can just a little bit away from your hair and you can spray so it gets a lot of it. And that's it. The spray is amazing because it really gets to spread out in your locks. So I love the spray for that reason. And then the secret, here's the secret. Here's the secret. This one is just for mature locks though. The secret to getting it all up in there is lock brushing. It's lock brushing. When you lock brush your hair, your lock specifically, it really distributes all that product you put in. So if you add refresher spray, if you had oil, now you're brushing that in, it's helping to distribute those products evenly throughout your locks. Right? So that really helps a lot. And it really just makes it easier to not cause buildup because you don't have product just one place. It's going to be evenly distributed throughout your locks. So that's why lock brushing has so many benefits, so many perks. But that is one of my absolutely favorite because especially a lot of us, after a while, you can't see the back of your head. You can't get up in there. You have way more hair than you thought you was gonna have, and you don't got time to go through all of it. So the lock brushing just really helps to do that. And as Jackie said, I use mine circular dot. I got my peculiar rich dot. I cannot with you, but you just want to be mindful of how you're actually applying the product. So lock brushing definitely helps to distribute the products evenly throughout your locks, for sure. And it has a ton of other benefits, and we do have like a blog post on our website if you want to check those out. But that is it, y'all. Like a lot of the things that's like really setting us back is just bad habits that we have. We're not implementing the right habits of, the products that we should be using, one, or we're just not using them properly, or you get frustrated going from, with this, I was able to do all of this, but then with this, it's so many limitations. So just be super mindful. My locks are frizzy in texture in the back compared to my front. That is normal. Locks overall is going to be frizzy, but if it's in the back, it may just be like maybe because you're like resting your hair on, like, say, your chair or the pillow or wherever. It just may be the habits that you've been doing is probably just causing that frizz. But for that, you can again just kind of wrap it up. If that's that will help tying up your hair with a scarf, a satin scarf, or putting on your bonnet, and that will help to reduce the frizz a little bit. But that is totally normal. So I'm going to show you guys before I wrap up. If you guys don't have any questions, specific questions, again, use the code Moisture15 to save 15% until midnight. Until midnight. Midnight is 12 o'clock, y'all. Not 12:01, not 12:02 Eastern time. But this shampoo is what I highly recommend. Our rose shampoo is what I recommend for moisture, a moisturizing shampoo. You guys can see the color. It's like almost clear. It is literally like you're washing your hair with butter. That's how it feels. Like you just decided to get up and choose butter. You got up this morning and washed your hair with butter is what the rose shampoo feels like. It is so amazing. It is a game changer. A lot of the times when I use this, I do not have to follow up with a conditioner. It is that good. If you do want to follow up with the conditioner, the rose conditioner, beware, because again, it's so amazing. It's going to leave your hair super soft. I can't use it. Oh, sorry, Keita. Keita is allergic to rose water. Girl, sorry, but you are missing out, girl. You are missing out. But the rose conditioner is a game changer. It really leaves your hair super soft and moisturized. And you sometimes don't even have to follow up right away with a refresher spray or like leave-in because it is that good. So definitely, if you've been struggling to find the perfect conditioner, highly recommend our rose conditioner. And for like a clarifying shampoo, our ACV shampoo is great. And if you're new, our product smells amazing. That's what we're known for. Our products smelling really amazing. And they're not overwhelming. You don't have to dilute them. So a lot of the products that you've perhaps been using, you've had to dilute them, for your locks, because one, they may have not been created for your locks. So you're diluting the heck out of them. With our products, there's no need to dilute. A little bit goes a long way. Our ACV shampoo can be used on color treated hair. So it's mild enough to be used on color treated hair. It's not going to damage your hair or anything. So super amazing. I'm allergic to castor, so I have to dodge some products. Definitely. And if you're on our website and you have allergies, definitely look on the ingredient list before you make any purchase. A lot of you guys are allergic, but we always have something. We have so many like amazing selections. So if you're allergic to something, just hop to the next one because somebody else may have been allergic to it and we change it. So like our refresher sprays, we have customers that are allergic to rose water. And so we have our aloe vera spray. So with your allergies, definitely check. But we definitely will have something for you. And our shampoo bars. Check out our shampoo bars. Amazing clarifying shampoo bars. Game changer as well. You guys know our refresher sprays. They have wheat protein, all the good stuff in here. And then my current bae is our aloe spray. The aloe sprays, once they are sold out on our website, I've told y'all this a lot of times, but I'm gonna keep telling y'all because I know y'all gonna cuss me out when it happens. So once our aloe vera refresher spray is sold out on the website, it will no longer be on the website. It will only be in stores. You can only find this in Walmart stores starting in July once it's sold out on our website. So go get your stash all the way together, get as much as you want, because once it leaves our site, you only can find this in store, which is a good thing, but I'm just warning y'all. And this is amazing. One of my other secret weapon is our aloe vera gel, right? So it's, again, super lightweight. I'm going to show you guys the consistency. I actually use this on my face before bed. So it's like that safe and it's that clean. It's like purely aloe vera gel. So you see, it's not sticky or anything. And it just like kind of melts on your hands like that. And all you have to do is kind of just massage your scalp with it. So especially if you like have itchy scalp, or you have like eczema, or like any scalp issue, you can just massage this on your scalp and it will really, really help. You can retwist with this. I've retwisted with this before. It's not going to give you like any great hold like our gels will, but it will definitely leave your hair like super nice and suited. And this is bomb. This is bomb. Because you can use it on your face as a face. I use it as a moisturizer for my face. Like, don't judge me. But I love this. And we have travel sizes. Okay. Because we announced that last week. And a lot of you guys are surprised. I don't know why, because we've had travel sizes. But I know we have a lot of new people. But we got travel sizes, refresher sprays and the aloe sprays. So definitely get those. It's travel season, and try out our oil spray. This is limited edition, the vegan Locs oil mist. So once this is gone on our website, that's it. I think we have a few more bottles, but once this is gone, this is gone. So if you have this and you love it, get a few more, because once it's gone in this scent, it's gone. This is the kiwi sweet orange. Once that's gone, it's gone. And you will have these in Walmart stores, but it will be in pineapple. Pineapple smells bomb. But this will be in Walmart as well, and exclusively in Walmart when we launch. So try those out. Those are my top products for moisture. They're all really good. They're buildup free. They're made for your locks in mind. And you don't have to worry about residue. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Our website is peculiarroots.com. If you're on whatever platform like Instagram and Facebook, it should be in the link, like our header, but just go to peculiarroots.com and you can shop there. If you're on Instagram, you can shop directly on Instagram right there. You don't have to leave Instagram, so you can shop right there on Instagram and get all your goodies. So can we get a few pineapple on the site? You cannot. You cannot. And then the last, you need more head wraps. I think we have a few head wraps on the site. Most of them are gone, y'all, because I told y'all to get them, but y'all was sleeping on them. Can a sister get a aloe vera shampoo and conditioner? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We may, but I'm done making stuff for y'all. I'm lying. I'm not done making stuff for y'all, but we do have let me show you guys what I've been working on. We do have our strawberry guava limited edition refresher spray, our strawberry guava limited edition aloe vera spray, our strawberry guava limited edition oil spray. 3 things dropping in less than 2 weeks. I think I took my spray upstairs, but this is done. The oil is finished. The oil is done, approved, ready to go. So the oil spray, we're gonna do it in a spray format this time. The last one we did was in liquid, so this is it. My bottle is done. This is where my bottle is at. I'm using this, so I'm like, y'all, I'm taking advantage of this strawberry guava. I'm using it so mildly because I almost don't want it to end. Not almost, I don't want it to end. But we have the sprays coming, and I will be able to tell you the exact date, maybe early next week, on when those will be dropped. It is a first come, first serve. Um, yes, so we have those three products. We'll have them in a bundle deal, and you'll also be able to buy them individually. Again, first come, first serve. We won't be doing any pre-order this time around. And if you guys are like, what is she talking about? This strawberry guava. So the strawberry guava oil we had in our holiday box. No, I'm lying. We did not have it in our holiday box. We dropped it in February. We dropped it in February. We were feeling bad for you guys. We were moving. We dropped it and they sold out in like 2 days. And then a lot of you guys missed it because you thought we were lying when we said we only had like 5 left, 10 left, whatever we had left. And it was sold out. It was a limited edition, like we do from time to time. We drop limited edition products, and that's exactly what I said. That's what it is. It's limited edition, meaning once it's dropping, it's gone. It's gone. But it's sold out. It honestly is probably one of my top favorite scents. For sure, it's just like it's amazing, and it's strawberry guava. So if you love strawberry like guava, hey, it is amazing. And we had you guys vote if you wanted to bring it back, because we were constantly getting emails, DMs, messages. Hey, when is this going to be restocked? Literally, we have that oil up on the website, and we get like notification every day for you guys to send an alert, for us to send you guys an alert when we restock it. So we had you guys vote. And the way we had you vote was you had to go to the website and leave a review if you wanted to bring this product back. And you guys missed the amount of reviews by, I think, one or two reviews. And I felt bad for you guys because a lot of you came back, was like, well, I was at work, I didn't get the notification, blah, blah, blah. You know, your typical excuses y'all be giving. And, and so we are going to bring it back. 3 products, because we asked you guys to vote for the refresher spray and the aloe. You couldn't vote as always. So we're like, okay, we're going to split it. We're going to bring both, and total of 3 products together, limited edition. Once they're gone, they're gone. So we will, this time, what we will do differently is we will give you a heads up. We will tell you exactly what date it's going to drop. So make sure you're on our email list. Make sure you're on our text club. Make sure you're in our Facebook group. And because those, like everything that I just called out, has priority in how we release things. Which of your products would you do you have now, please? Which of your products would I use to hold the coil style you have now? I use our mousse. I use our flaxseed styled mousse for this look. And I use the mousse because I will get some bomb curls when I take them out, and there's no residue. It's lightweight. So I use the mousse and I use my oil to style this look. So that we will definitely let you guys know ahead of time when it's going to drop. So you guys can't say, oh, the Elite tried to call the products. It's not fair. We're going to let you guys know in advance. However, it still follows. The Elite Tribe does get to shop first. They get 1 full hour to shop before it's released to everybody else. Our Elite Tribe, those are customers that spend a certain amount with us, and they've earned the right to shop first. So don't question me. If you want to know how to join the Elite, go to the website. But the Elite Tribe gets to shop first. Second, we're going to release it to our Facebook group. Our Facebook group then gets to shop second. Then our text club gets to shop third. Our email list gets to shop fourth, and everybody else and their mama gets to shop last. So everybody else and their mama means it's going to be posted to Instagram. It's going to be posted to Facebook. And normally, we honestly do not pass the text club before it's sold out. So every mama for themselves. Every mama for themselves, everybody for themselves, not everybody, every mama for themselves, all right? Every mama out there for themselves, right? And once it's gone, it's gone. I may try to develop something else for later this summer, but that's going to probably be like our release this year, because we're really focused on like our Walmart launch, which is in July, the second week of July. And I'm super excited about that. We'll be in 250 stores on Walmart across the nation. So give it up to y'all for making that happen. Super excited about that. Photo shoot, we should have some details on photo shoot by next week. We're finalizing what we're trying to do to make sure we ain't wasting nobody's time. But photo shoot details should be released soon. And the photo shoot is still gonna be 5 people in North Carolina. Well, you know what I'm saying, because Donnelly wanted to come, so you're not from New York. You're not from North Carolina, but we gonna make room for you. But yeah, y'all, do you guys have any questions? I'm going to hop off right now. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, Locked and Loaded Live. I will see you guys same time, same place next week. And I was supposed to do like a Clubhouse kind of thing, but I think you guys like seeing us live in person. So I guess Clubhouse, you can always go back and listen to the replay. Hey, Mrs. Vicky, how are you? But go ahead. I'm going to log off of Clubhouse now. So Clubhouse, see you guys later. So log off of Clubhouse first. I don't know if I hope there's I saved a replay for Clubhouse. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I think it takes time to come up. I don't know, but I hope I saved Clubhouse replay, but everywhere else will be saved. Miss Vicky, the replay will be here, so you could tune into the replay. Was tonight helpful for you guys? Let me know if tonight was helpful for you. Did I answer most of your questions? Let me know if tonight was helpful, and I hope it was. But see you guys next week, same time, same place. I will release next week's topic earlier next week, probably on Monday. So I will let you guys know what the topic is going to be. But don't forget to use your code Moisture15 to save 15% until midnight. All of the products that I just listed, our products are already super affordable, but y'all get 15% off of them. So make sure you take advantage of that, and definitely continue to share us with your friends, your Loc friends, whoever you know needs to know about Peculiar Roots. Share us with them, invite them to the next live so they can come too and learn. Don't just take all the information for yourself. But super excited for what's to come, and I love you guys. See you guys next week. Bye. Bye.